Alright, so I'm going to start a video, and before I do anything else, disclaimer, in case you've never seen any of my videos before or the last few, or have seen, I think my roommate ended up in one by accident, but this is not from my roommate. This is from a bike accident where my bike unfortunately had a disagreement with a light pole. Just want to put that as a disclaimer. I am not getting beaten by anyone. I'm just not very good at using makeup to cover this up. I do have some. It just doesn't look that great when I use it. Just because I don't have the skills necessary to apparently cover up a black eye with makeup. I'm still learning how to do that. But this video is not about that. This video is actually about my cookbook. I got this at a secondhand bookstore. It is source of 1938. And just reading it, I realized that most of what we think about, like with modern dieting and everything, is like we tend to think that people just had no idea about nutrition before a certain period of time with all the fad diets and everything. And I just wanted to read an excerpt from my cookbook because I found it very interesting. It is from page 39. And this is just like a diet plan from then, which is actually pretty reasonable and easy to follow. Before that, it gives a whole definition on fat and calories and what calories are from what food, and eating excess leads to obesity and all things like that. But so this is a diet plan based from 1938. What to buy to build healthful menus. The food dollar will be used to advantage and serve all its necessary purposes. If it is divided into 5, spent and served as follows: 1/5 or more of whole milk, cream, cheese, and cod liver oil. Ew, that part, yeah. Anyway, for growing children, plan to give each child a quart and each adult at least a pint of milk in some form per day. So basically dairy. And I'm not guessing if someone's lactose intolerant, because they did know about lactose intolerance. It wasn't something everyone had, but it would have been known about. There would have been alternatives for calcium. But 1/5 for vegetables and fruits, with emphasis on green leaf vegetables and yellow fruits and vegetables. Serve at least 1 cooked vegetable besides potatoes and a fresh vegetable each day. Serve fresh fruit twice a day, with citrus fruit at least once. Sorry, Aunt, if you lived in the 1930s, you would have died because you're allergic to citrus. But never mind. 1/5 or less for meats, fish, and eggs, serving liver at least in some form at least once a week. 1/5 for breads and cereals, especially whole grains. 1/5 for fat, sugars, and other groceries. So yeah, that's it. But that is actually very reasonable, and it's extremely balanced. And it shows a very high understanding of what it would have taken to provide a healthy meal for people. And I just think it's interesting because nowadays we do act like people from prior generations just don't know what they were talking about, or didn't know anything, or were less educated, which in some respects that may be true. There were people who received less education. But when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle, that very, very clearly is not the case. But yeah, that's it for the video. It's kind of small, kind of boring. I just thought it was interesting reading that. And I'm just going to show you guys. I can't actually flip the camera on my phone while I'm recording. But after this, there is literally a several page section on vitamins, minerals, and then another one for, and then another 2 or 3, 4 pages for calories per food, whether it's cooked or raw, which shows that people definitely knew this information then. And to be honest, a lot of the recipes in the cookbook are actually extremely simple to cook. Most of them take 45 minutes or less. Actually, most of them take 30 minutes or less to cook, even with the cookbook itself, based on the directions in it for the time period. And I think we've lost a lot of that with being able to just go out and order food whenever we want. If obviously you have the money to do that. I don't. But yeah, I think we've lost a lot of the knowledge that used to be apparently very common, because this was a very standard cookbook. It was mass produced at the time. I mean, my copy was a college copy, but I looked it up. It was a pretty easily available book to get, which means a lot of people would have had this knowledge. And yeah, I guess my point is that instead of just assuming that we know more or we are doing things better all of the time, because obviously medical advances, technological advances, a lot of things we are doing better. We have more access to skill. We have access to things that people back then couldn't have even dreamed of. But at the same time, we shouldn't just discount all time period knowledge because it came before us. Because in reality, that actually makes us the ignorant ones. But yeah, I'm gonna be continuing to use recipes from this cookbook, post them along with my cat videos, and yeah, like and subscribe for more. Bye. And don't like or subscribe if you don't want to. That's up to you. If you don't like my stuff, please comment. Tell me you don't like it. Tell me why you don't like it. It's good to hear